So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a level 70 Human Torch. We're just doing the first half of the fight with Gorr. We're not going to do the whole fight, just to illustrate that he can do it. And also, then to see when we jack him up to level 80, how much faster does this get? So there you go. 245 is the time to beat. That's very competitive time, and honestly, kind of blew me away for a level 70 tier 3 or transcended character. That's actually nuts. Like 245 is really good considering we've got just a regular judgment on him. So now we're going to go ahead and take him up to level 80. We got his potential unlocked here, Burning Heart. And then we're going to see how much faster he does it. Because I have a feeling that Human Torch may become not the most universally used World Boss Legend character because he's not available for as many stages. It's, let's say, you know, Captain Marvel or Spider-Gwen. But he may be the easiest to use and the best bang for your buck, the best value, which I know some of the people watching are certainly big fans of, because you can't give every character a souped up build, right? You can't give every character all of your resources and all of your investment, and a lot of times it's sort of balancing between the investment you can make and what you're going to get out of that. So there we go. Passionate Flame. We still have the exact same build, and I'm torn. I kind of want to test him with an energy. I kind of think he would pop off crazy with an energy because he already has a decent amount of fire damage. What do we have here? We have 60% fire damage. Okay, it's actually not that much. Maybe the Judgment would still be better. And the chain hit is nice for sure. But the 100% or like the whatever 200% 180 proc would be pretty crazy. But yeah, that's the build there with just a regular Uru, one Odin's Blessing, ISO set, no artifact, and then a regular Judgment. Now let's go back to that stage and see how much faster he does it. We'll talk about his potentially sketchy targeting in a little bit here, but oh, is that a one-shot? Oh, is that a one-shot? Oh, that was so close to a one-shot. Oh, yeah, buddy. That was so close to a one-shot. This is a crazy glow-up. This is a crazy glow-up, and I want to... we're going to whip out some tier 4s here in a second, because I need you guys, I really need you guys to appreciate how fast this is. So that was 29 seconds. Okay, for a level 80, that was 29 seconds. 29-second phase 1. All right, and he almost one-shotted it. It was 4 bars, right? It was 4 bars. He almost one-shotted it. Let's go ahead and take my Professor X. And I'm going to do Professor X specifically, not because he's the best tier 4 for this stage. Like, I think, you know, in some cases, Doctor Strange, probably Doctor Strange is the fastest for me, for what I have built. But I'm choosing Professor X because he has a Mighty Judgment. And he has his artifact as well, which does extra damage to aliens. You know, whereas Doctor Strange, whereas Magneto, whereas Cable, they have Rages, which people could say, oh, but Rages are worse for World Boss Legend when you have a lot of Pierce compared to Judgment and Energy. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and check. Let's check on Professor Sex here. So yeah, you can see. I mean, the damage is good. The damage is certainly good. Is it Human Torch good, guys? Is it Human Torch good? Now it looks close to Human Torch good, but I'm almost dead. So look at this. Look at this. Just look at this comparison. I know Professor X is not the best tier 4, but look at this comparison, and see how strong Human Torch looks in this comparison, in this highlight. Professor X is almost dead. Professor X has like 10% of his HP left. Okay? He's got 44,000 HP out of 192,000 HP. He's on his deathbed. He's back in the wheelchair at this point, okay? He's FDR. And it took 2 full rotations of 3, 5, 4, 1. It took 2 full rotations, plus it took Storm, level 80, popping out as the striker, right? To pop out and show a ninja. All of that, sure, it was in 16 seconds. All of that to mimic 1 rotation of Human Torch. And let's not forget here, I'm comparing a tier 4 character from just a year ago, right? Professor X was just released last year. He's not like an original tier 4 like Moon Knight, you know? He's just last year's tier 4. Let's try this again here, and let's see if we can get a one-shot. No, eh? Okay, we can't get a one-shot. It's just the burst damage doesn't last long enough. Okay, but still, I think with like I think with a Mighty Judgment, that's a one-shot, right? If you give him, or if we have the artifact, that's a one-shot. That's a one-shot. Now, let me see here if I can get a one-shot with, let's say, Doctor Strange. I'm actually really curious about this. I do want to try Human Torch in a couple of other stages, but I think this one stage really is just is blowing my mind. Is blowing my mind. And maybe this is also indicative of the nerfs that they gave to Gorr, right? Maybe that's also a problem. So that's one rotation from Doctor Strange rather than two. This is with a rage, but it's a mighty rage. But we weren't able to get him down to 5 bars. So who doesn't matter who you compare him to. Human Torch is doing the most damage here. Human Torch is just cleaning everybody's clocks. Let's try with a Brilliant Rage. Let's see if Human Torch does more damage than a Brilliant Rage. Not a Mighty Rage, ladies and gentlemen, but a Brilliant Rage. And yes, your answer is he does. He does do more damage. We're going to get a second rotation here, and it's going to bleed over. No. Wow. This is actually so crazy, dude. What is going on? So, yeah, Human Torch is cracked AF. He's cracked AF. Is he available for a ton of stages? No, he's not. That's really the only downside. And I think Marvel Future Fight, I think the devs kind of missed the ball a little bit here. I wish they had made Human Torch available for more stages, because I feel like he, he would have been pretty nuts. Let's see here on stage 40. We're going to do the exact same stage that I do with my tier 4 Doctor Strange. And he does this stage competently. All right, let's take a look here. We're using Riri Lee. She's going to do the pop-up first. And I think he has another disadvantage here, I believe, because she takes less damage from certain elements. Wow, though. Wow, pops off with 14 bars to start things. That's wild. Yeah, he's having a bit of problems proccing. I'm noticing that in some of my runs that I am starting early, but he doesn't have a lot of hits to ramp up, but he's doing crazy good damage. And he's fast. Yeah, this might be the most cost-efficient level 80 in the game, I gotta say. Now, I'm being greedy here. Yeah, it's not going to work out in my favor. We're going to waste another rotation. I was being greedy, trying to push her. Yep. Okay, that's fine, actually. I want to do a little bit more of the fight. I wanted to save his Awakening skill. His Awakening skill does a ton of damage. A ton. But yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed that the Judgment proc is not more consistent. I'm almost thinking to maybe delay the 6 a little bit when you pop the 6 to guarantee the 5 is on the proc, because otherwise I want to sneak in a little bit more damage here before we have to run. Okay, nice. Yeah. He's got some nice pop-up damage or like a burst damage. But it's just disappointing that sometimes the Judgment proc is just a little bit delayed and you miss that initial like second worth of damage. But this is crazy that he can do this stage. Again, like a tier 4. Wow. Wow, look at that damage. Look at that damage. Like if we got a little bit luckier with that proc activating sooner, we're actually triggering her face change before this mini game. That's crazy. Yeah, I gotta say, like I don't wanna gas up the Fantastic Four too much here, and I think overall I think this update was a miss for what they wanted to do. But I can't sit here and tell you that he's a bad level 80, that he's a bad level 70. This is crazy. He's doing tier 4 levels of damage, right? This is akin to, was it Green Goblin before we had tier 4s? Do you guys remember back in 2019 or 2020? Let's pop this first, and then as soon as we can pop the 5, we crank the 5, dude. Look at that damage. And he's tanky, He takes these hits, bro, and he keeps trucking. When we got Green Goblin, not Red Goblin, but the Green Goblin, William Dafoe from Spider-Man No Way Home. When we got that version, and he has the 100% energy attack, and he's like crazy. he was crazy strong and he was doing like crazy content, this is what that feels like. This feels like that all over again. There's a damage reduction here, but we're just plowing through it. She's gonna move in a second, so I just want to wait for that. Okay, she's really slow. Yo, bro, he clutches it. He clutches it. Oh my god, that was so fast. Nearly 2 minutes of pure time left. So you could do this with a weaker team. Think about that, right? You could take Coulson out and put in somebody else, right? Or you could have Coulson without the uniform. Base Coulson, right? That's nuts, dude. That's nuts. That's actually nuts. He's so cracked. He's so insanely cracked. Yeah. So I gotta say, you know, as unfortunate as most of the rest of the update is, and as unfortunate as Human Torch is for PvP in the sense that he doesn't have any synergy with the rest of the Fantastic Four, whereas they're all PvP oriented and he's PvE oriented, in terms of value, in terms of bang for your buck, I don't think there's a better character in the game right now. I don't. And actually, one more test actually I want to give him is, if we can. No, it's Speed Day. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna test him on Speed Day. I'll test him on Combat Day, and I'll like post a screenshot on Discord and Twitter or something like that. You gotta follow me on Twitter, or you have to join the Discord to see that. But yeah, I think he is the most bang for your buck level 70, level 80 in the game for sure. And I you know, I would say think about it. Think about it. Look at the stages that you want to play him in. And certainly I would say his value rises if you're just a stage 9 enjoyer. Like if you're just a stage 9 world boss legend enjoyer, his value rises. Let me go ahead. I know I have swords and stuff, but I want to do one more test here. We're gonna switch to free to play cards. Okay. And then I want to see, can he do, like, how does he do on stage 9 Kang? Like how disgusting is this gonna be? Right? If you're just a stage 9 enjoyer, and I know a lot of you out there are stage 9 enjoyers. And the funny thing about Kang too, I believe Human Torch has 0 stages for Kang. He's available for 0 stages, right? So let's just say you're a stage 9 enjoyer, and you're like, okay, yeah, whatever, we're just gonna do stage 9. That's fine. And you're gonna pop out with this team here, right? No, that's not even the right strikers. All right, let's say you're just a stage 9 enjoyer, no tier 4 strikers, right? Nothing too insane, you know. Whatever, maybe I could have taken off Nick Fury's uniform. But let's see. Stage 9 enjoyers, where are you at? Wow. Wow. Just a casual 14 bars. Casual 14 bars, no pierce. Yep. Yep. Just a casual. Yep. No biggie. Yep. Just already at 38 bars. No biggie. Just speed running Kang stage 9 with a level 80. Yep, no worries. Oh, just tanking his attacks. Yep, easy. Yep, just a 35-second phase 1. Yeah, no, just casual. Just casual. And so I would even go so far as to say that he would pop off with like a double fire. Like if you had a double fire damage 200 proc obelisk, that would do some like something like this. Like you see this ignore dodge fire damage 180, something like this, or if you had fire damage 180 or something like that, or crit damage yeah, look at this, crit damage fire damage 200. This shit would clap. I'm sure he would be able to do a sub 1 minute phase 1 Kang with this if I switch this with the free to play cards. He's crazy strong. So yeah, I like it. I do like it. I think characters like this need to come around once in a while. And I think that some people are going to be disappointed in like, let's say next month or in a couple of months, we're going to get like some level 70 blast heroes or whatever, and they're not going to be as good as Human Torch. And that's fine, because they'll be better at tier 4, or they'll have more utility, or they will have other game modes that they're used for, right? Other strengths, support, leadership, whatever. But if you're a stage 9 enjoyer and you just need someone to just clap the boss as fast as possible, ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the boss clapper, aka the Human Torch. Hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching the review. Smash the like button if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.